Good morning. I have some news, and usually I am complaining about Delta, but this morning I woke up, I'm still in Chicago. As you can see, I'm in my pajamas, and I checked my email, and what do you know? We have a fair deal from Atlanta, and it's a fair deal of a place that I'm interested in going for once. Santiago, Chile. So part of the reason I want to go to Santiago, well, there's the Andes there, there's amazing architecture, great wine. I'm not really that into wine, but I still think it'd be fun to see a vineyard. And I have my ex-brother-in-law and my amazing nephew and amazing niece. They are Chilean. He is from Chile. So I've always wanted to go there, and my niece and nephew went, and they were in their grandparents' house, and it was this beautiful scene, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go. So the fair sale, it is a very good fair. It's normally on Delta from Atlanta, which I think if you haven't seen my other videos, I'm talking always about, I signed up for Thrifty Traveler Premium. Thrifty Traveler helps you to get all of these last minute deals and fair deals and price deals that you wouldn't find probably otherwise unless you were searching and searching and searching and searching, and you'd have to have a lot of time on your hands, which I don't. You probably don't either. So they've been sending me deal after deal, and I've been enjoying getting their deals, and I see a lot of things I'd like to do, except Delta has no deals from Atlanta, which is the same thing I've found over all of the years that I've been traveling. It's been that way. It's been very rare that they have a deal. Now, when they do, it can be a really good one. And I think this one is a pretty good one. This one is, instead of it normally being 70,000 miles to go on Delta from Atlanta to Santiago, it is from Atlanta, you can do it for 37,000 miles, and that's in main cabin. So if you have a friend you like to travel with, in my opinion, and if you care about Delta status, which I don't know if I do anymore, I'm looking for options, but if you have a friend you can travel with, the best way to do it to keep whatever status you have is to buy their ticket with your miles and then let them split the cost of the other ticket, the cash ticket. So essentially it's like paying half price for the ticket if you split it. So that's kind of what I have been doing most of the time. So I'm always adding to my points, and I'm adding to my status and getting half price tickets. Okay, so 37,000 miles, very good price to go to Santiago from Atlanta. It is a non-stop flight. It's only 8 hours and 50 minutes, so under 9 hours. That might sound like a lot to you, but it doesn't sound like a lot to me at all. Once you're on a plane, you just take some melatonin or whatever your way of going to sleep is, use the right plane pillow, and you just pass out and sleep. Or you can listen to a book, or you can surf the internet. You can do really whatever you'd be doing at home if you weren't at work. On a plane, it's not much different. It's a little more cramped, and I understand for taller people it's probably way worse than it is for me. I'm 5'7", which I think is medium, and so it's not a big deal for me, but I know that taller people really get like, oh. So 37,000 miles from Atlanta, great. But if you wanted to go in their Premium Plus package, you can do it for 72,000 miles. 72,000 miles might be a lot if you don't have any miles, or if you just have little, but if you have a Delta credit card and you're not, or if you fly a lot, 72,000 miles might be almost nothing to you. I've done the premium package before. It's Premium Plus. Premium Plus is like a step above Comfort Plus. The seats are a little bigger, but not as huge as they are in first class, but a little bigger. And there's definitely more legroom. They have a great, I think pretty much it feels like the same menu as you get in first class. In my experience, the food has not been any better in first class than it was in the Premium Plus. And it's definitely roomier than Comfort Plus, which Comfort Plus you can do for, I think it was 50,000 miles. So from 37,000 miles, that's great, to 50,000 miles-ish. It's debatable as to whether it's worth it to you or not. Because Comfort Plus, what do you get? Free alcohol? I don't really want to drink on a plane. Some people do, but there's nothing worse than getting someplace and being tired and dehydrated. And the seats are a little bit more legroom and a little bit more cushioned. You can, okay, so then I'm getting ahead of myself, but the important part, if you're gonna do it the way I do it, which is pay for one of the tickets and use the miles for another ticket, is to see what are the prices of the ticket during this time. And the prices of the ticket from Atlanta to Santiago at this time on Delta, which is July through November, they are the lowest I found on a price calendar, which is on Google Flights, is the easiest price calendar to use. It was $1,400 for basic, which means you can't pick your seat. Might matter on a flight that length if you're sitting in the middle. So I think that does matter. So $1,400 to $1,447, hardly any more to do main. So you would just do main and you would pick your seat and make sure you get a window or aisle or whatever you want. And then if you wanted to do the Premium Plus, it was, let me see, I wrote down what it was. I think, oh, well, it's 430 more for the Premium Plus. It's, like I said, it's really debatable whether it's worth it. The Comfort Plus was 200 more. So again, it's debatable. It's what's worth it to you. You know, some people, I mean, gosh, I have a friend who travels all the time and he just waits and gets the back rows in the plane where there are 3 seats, and he always gets the cheapest ticket and he goes and sits in the empty seats in the back row and boom, he's fine. He's got 3 seats. When somebody who paid for Comfort Plus might be sitting in a middle seat, squished between 2 people. Oh, hopefully they'll get the rules a little stricter on, well, either make the seats bigger or can you make the people smaller? Not really, but you could say if you're really, really big, probably you have to pay for more than 1 seat if you really can't fit in 1 seat. Because sometimes that just does happen. It's sad. It's because of American food. It's addictive. People get addicted because it's made to addict them. Anyway, I started looking then at when would I want to go to Chile, Santiago. And September, they have 6 hours of sunshine. October, you know, they're in the southern hemisphere, so basically if you're in the United States and it's winter, it's summer there. So I always prefer summer, period. So 6 hours of sunshine is in September. And then when you go to October, you get 7 hours of sunshine, which is pretty good. But if you wait till November, you get 9 hours of sunshine. And that seems a lot better to me. The tickets I found in November were about $100 more. I haven't really looked to see which dates the mileage fares are around there, and I'm just sort of starting this research. I'm sharing with you as I'm finding out about it and as I'm researching, and I'm kind of telling you my little, I start writing notes like this. I start writing little notes on, you know, the different flight options, whether it's nonstop, when the flight times get there. So it looks to me like all of the flights arrive very early, which is last time I went to South America, it was the same way. The flights would arrive very, very early. So you had to hope that you'd go to a hotel that would let you in early, because otherwise you're tired and you're just there. Some people just hit the ground running. I like to get my stuff in the room, and it makes me very happy when I can. And then they leave really late. They leave like at 9 and 10:30 p.m. So that means if the hotel wants you to check out at noon, 11 a.m., whatever, if you have late checkout status that's included with, say you have Hilton Diamond, or you have Marriott status, or you have, well, there's the Intercontinental IHG Ambassador status, I think guarantees you a late checkout. And I believe it's 4 p.m. it guarantees you, and guarantees you a room upgrade. It guarantees you a lot of things. Sometimes, unfortunately, you have to fight with the hotel to get the things that your status that you pay for guarantees you. But if you don't have IHG status, like I have Platinum, I think, which is good already, but I also pay for the Ambassador because the Ambassador is a guarantee room upgrade. So there's a place I like going in Cozumel, and I can get one room beneath the one I really want and be guaranteed that upgrade. It's pretty awesome. So I think that one's worth it if you're going to places with their IHGs. And if you like Intercontinentals, there aren't Intercontinentals everywhere, but they are a lot of places. They're not like my favorite hotel, but occasionally you find one that's amazing. So, you know, I was looking at the hotels, speaking of hotels in Santiago, and I found out that a Ritz is like around 300 a night, low 300s. And it looked like a nice Ritz, a very nice one. W Hotel, which is a little more trendy if that's your thing, theirs was under 300, and in their room in the W, if it's a romantic trip, they had a freestanding tub that's in the bedroom and all windows with this beautiful city view, and then this freestanding tub, so right in front of the bed. Could be nice, could be very nice. The Mandarin Oriental, which is the one that excites me. I love a Mandarin Oriental, love, 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 love. $250, very affordable. So when you go to some of these cities, you can use your points from credit cards to get hotels, but sometimes the deals are so good that you might want to do a hotel that you don't have any status with, just because it's very affordable. You can always book on the Amex Rewards. They have this sort of booking link where you can usually get perks like $100 credit for food at the hotel, early check-in, upgrade, whatever. Luxury resorts, I think it's called. I'll have to go back to that. But anyway, there are a lot of options. Things to do. I mean, Santiago is a huge city with gorgeous architecture, and it's surrounded by nature. So they have these turquoise lagoons everywhere, which is the pictures that really draw me in. When I see turquoise water with high mountains all the way around it, I want to go. I definitely want to go. And quiero practicar mi español. Es muy importante. I want to speak my Spanish. Try it out. There are beautiful hills, which are called cerros, ironically, and you can climb and have these panoramic views of the city. Awesome. There are these vineyards you can take tours of that have these lagoons in the middle of the mountains, and you know, they have this Incan culture that was there, so you can see these archaeological sites where they have petroglyphs of the, what are the people called? Aconcagua. The Aconcagua culture. So that seems really cool. I've seen petroglyphs in a few other places, like in the Big Island of Hawaii, and it's pretty neat thinking about how they got there and what they mean, and it's cool. So essentially, I just wanted to share that this is the planning has begun for a trip to Santiago, and it's a place I haven't been, which is great. I've only been to 2 countries in South America, so that's exciting. And I consider South America to be like real traveling. It's not like Europe, which is just so easy, and it's a little, it can be more challenging, but I feel ready for that kind of challenge. And I'm letting this fair sale influence me, because Like Clark Howard is somebody I've always followed because he lives in Atlanta, so he always puts the deals from Atlanta up. I'm sure he'll have this one up soon, or already does. His point about traveling is that if you want to travel and you want to go all over the world, you just let the fairs lead you. And I'm going to add, provided that the weather is good at that time, because when you're traveling to a place, like I went to Dublin once for New Year's, I think, and it was freezing cold, and Ireland was so gorgeous, but I would never go there when it was freezing cold again. Never. Maybe some people like the cold weather and it wouldn't have bothered them, but it was gray, it wasn't very sunny, and so I would rather spend a little more to see the sun every single time. Just a personal opinion. So, like Clark says, find a fair, go. If you're interested, go. And eventually you'll have seen the world that way. And if you're not in Atlanta, I definitely recommend the Thrifty Travel Premium. I'm seeing tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of deals that I'm interested in, including Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, for like $3 something. Not from Atlanta though, but that would be a great place to go. Anyway, take care and travel soon.